Catch, counter, then counter the counter. That's it. Short hooks and uppercuts and move your head after you punch. Elbows tight. That's it. Stay nice and tight on the inside. Be strong in there. That's it. For them gaps, head and body.
He's got one to keep there.
Gotta look at the side, didn't I?
Oh, you are funny.
Phenom.
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 Phenom. As in phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Phenom. Phenom.
You're going to be saying that all night. Rehearsing it before you go to bed.
What
Just heard that.
I'm gonna say that. Phenom. That's it.
Phenom. Lots of red boxing back in the gym with Solomon Dacres and his trainer Max McCracken. Thanks for having us in the gym again, lads.
No problem.
No problem.
Anytime, anytime.
So talk to me then, Solomon. You're 2-0.
Yeah.
Recently just come off a nice stoppage, round 4 with your opponent, Terrero.
Terrero, that's it.
Talk to us about that fight.
Yeah, it was good, like I say, good to get a stoppage. My first one went the distance, 6 rounds. And even though, I pretty much battered him, but went the rounds. This time it's good to still get a couple of rounds in, 4, and then get the stoppage as well to finish it off. So it was good as things to work on, of course, but it was a good fight to have.
Max Solomon said there's things to work on. Elaborate on that for us.
Yeah, a bit early, give a few shots away, shouldn't have. And, but he was just relaxed early, he was just taking his time. Once he stepped it up, he broke him down and really got to him. So he got a few rounds out of it and stoppage, so good performance.
So this time round, I know he's only 2 fights in, but comparing it to his debut, how do you think he got on this time in a way to feel his way around the ring, more composed, less shots thrown? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, he's he didn't go crazy early. Just took his time. Took the sting out of the kid, and then when he needed to step it up, he stepped it up, and he was hurting him. So it was a little bit early. He stopped. It would have been it's denied Solo, really good knockout, but the ref saved the kid, which was good, really.
Yeah, he weren't complaining really at the stoppage. I would have liked when he stopped it. The ref, I was a bit like, okay, I thought he could have carried on. I would have liked to do a bit more damage, but he weren't complaining, and it is what it is. But it would have probably looked a bit better, to flatten him properly. But it happens.
He would have got badly hurt if we went on another 30 seconds. So
yeah, we saw what was happening, and Solomon clearly, I think he caught him in round 1. I think there was a minute left in round 1, and he gave him a nice cut. He was on his left side.
Yeah, that was from a punch as well. They said it was a head clash, but it wasn't a head clash.
Yeah, I think one of the commentators, usually I tend to watch it on mute, said that he was caught and it was a head clash, but no, it was clearly a punch. Did you go in to start attacking that?
Yeah, you see it a bit and you think target it a bit, but I weren't just focusing on just throwing the right. It was on his left side, so I weren't focusing to throw the right hand because still wanted to very much shot selection and what was open. So I still was going after jab. Lead hook worked quite well as well because I seen him dropping his hand when I'd feint. So come with the lead hook as well. So I was still maintaining my shot selection, so I weren't overly targeting because when you get a cut as well, you tend to protect it more as well. So I was still just punching where I'd seen openings.
And you still managed to get behind the glove anyway, even though he was protecting it. You still got him.
Yeah, hooking round. He had the high guard, hook round the side of it still, so I still managed to get some in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we come off that, like you said, okay, slightly early stoppage, but another 30 seconds it would have been lights out anyway. We saw that when he went back onto the ropes and you wobbled him. I think you caught him with a hook.
Yeah, left hook, right hook.
Yeah, and that was it then, and they called it a day. So moving on then, a couple of fights that have been thrown in the mix. We're talking about David Adelaide's his 6th opponent, who he had a controversial win with, Sokolowski.
Yeah.
Fighting him next. Talk to us about that fight and what plans you've got for him, because he's quite a seasoned journeyman.
Yeah, he's a seasoned journeyman. His record is worse than he looks, to be honest, because he can give some tough fights. He's took a couple of prospects. He's took the O off them. So it's one of them. I've got to be switched on. and be on my A game. But as long as I'm at my best, it should be no problem. But he's interested. It's a good little test at this point. You know, he's a good test for a prospect. You know, I'm looking to be a world level fighter. So that test for me, I should pass it quite comfortably. But I just got to be switched on, training hard, and it'll be a good fight. Something that I can learn from.
And then from yourself, Max, in relation to Solomon's style compared to Sokolowski, how do you rate that fight? And what's Solomon going to be working on? Because he's a clincher and he likes to come forward. We know that Solomon's quite aggressive in the ring. What are your plans for him to win that bout?
Well, like Sol said, it's a step up, and it is a test in your third fight. Sokolowski, he's very experienced, and he's been in with some good kids, and he's beat some of them. So you've got to be on it. You've got to be switched on every second. But like, you know, Sol's got all the tools to do a good job on him. So we'll be working on a game plan for that fight, and it's a test for Sol, one he'll be ready for.
And obviously you're back in the gym straight away. They say that every fighter just shouldn't really have a camp, should live in the gym. But when are you going to knuckle down to start to prepare for that fight?
Yeah, like I said, I've been back in the gym now. I had 1 week off because I had two fights close back to back, so I didn't have really a rest, and I've been training a long time, so I had 1 week little rest. Come back in the gym now, and we're just really starting slowly build it. We've got about 10-11 weeks still, but we'll build up the training and peak as if it's just getting ready for any other fight as we do.
Absolutely. And I know you're not supposed to look over your opponents, but Sam Jones mentioned that there could be a possible bout with yourself and Alan Babbage by the end of the year. Talk to us a little bit about that.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I'll fight anybody. You know, they're giving it all the mouth and stuff like that. It's no problem for me to fight them. Just let the management team and Eddie Hearn and that sort out all that kind of stuff, business side of things, and because it can be a big fight that could build a bit, because he's got a bit of reputation. Babbage, he does the numbers, he's exciting, he's got a following. So they're looking at my 4th bout with him. It's no problem for me, but they could maybe, I don't know, string it out a little bit longer to build the profile a bit. If they want me to fight him sooner, get him beat quicker, then I'll do that as well. You know.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say, do you think it will happen, Max?
I think it's a little bit early because, like Sol said, it is a big fight and it needs hyping and building. And when it does happen, they need to be paid well for that fight because it's a good fight for the TV. So I think at the minute it's a little bit early. But, you know, Babbage is a decent fighter, he's exciting. But, you know, Sol will handle him.
Okay, awesome. And then moving on then, you said 9-fight deal. So what are you looking to do? How many more fights are you looking to have at the end of this year? Because we've got September now.
Yeah.
Maybe Babbage. So.
Yeah, so maybe 2 fights before the end of the year. Initially we looked at 5, but I didn't have my debut till halfway through the year for certain reasons. So if we can finish the year with 4 bouts done, then that leaves me with, you know, just get cracking then next year. 5, 6, you know, I could get the 5 in earlier, then see where we go from there. But by the end of the year, another couple of bouts will be good, yeah, by Christmas.
So you want to start building for a show in Birmingham. So it's what Sol needs to do now, build his profile, get everyone interested in Birmingham, and start, you know, hopefully Matchroom start putting shows on in Birmingham because it needs boxing back here. And Sol's the man to lead it in Birmingham now.
Yeah.
You know, they've never had a top class heavyweight, which he will develop into. So like, everyone needs to push for these Birmingham shows now.
And you say Birmingham shows, when would you look to have a show in Birmingham?
Where are we now? June, I'd say early next year. You know, February, March, something like that.
And
you know, there's a few decent fighters in Birmingham. We build the bill on, but it'd be built around Sol. You know, that's what we need. We need to get boxing back in Birmingham, big time boxing.
Absolutely. So, talking about bringing fights back to Birmingham, and you said there's a couple of other fighters that are good in Birmingham. Who are you talking about?
Well, you got the Yafo brothers. You got Sam Eggington, haven't you? You got, who else is there? Shaq and Pitters. You know, they could all be on that show. They've all got, you know, decent support.
They could put a good show on, you know, and it's just up to the promoters and that to, you know, put the foot out and get it on. You know, we can build and start building. You know, it's not just going to be one show in Brum that we put on next year, then that's it. Build from there. That'll be the first of hopefully many. Thing. Build that one, get a good following, and build the following as we go. Hopefully we can get regular shows then and start getting some good support in Brum, behind myself as well, hopefully.
Yeah, I missed out another kid on there. Casey Jack Benjamin, he's a good kid as well.
Yeah, Eastside, you know, Eastside have got a few good fighters over there that they can whack on any, you know, John Pegg gets them out on all shows. You know, there's fighters to put on the shows. and hopefully I'm someone that hopefully can take it to the next level, which is what we haven't had in Birmingham yet. We've had, like I say, the Yafai brothers are the only ones that have been at a certain level, you know, world title from Cal, European title Gamal. We need other fighters that can go to them heights, and I'm the one that can hopefully do that.
Absolutely, and speaking about fighters from the Midlands, heavyweight from the Midlands, it's recently been announced that Jose Stewart, who I know you're running about in amateurs, he's recently signed with Wasserman. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's good for Jose. You know, I've known Jose a few years. I sparred him years ago. You know, I've known Jose for a long time. So, yeah, I'm happy for him signing with Wasserman, and hopefully he can get cracking and get himself rolling in the pro game as well. It'd be good for him.
Yeah. Do you think you two will meet again in a few years' time in the ring?
Who knows? You just gotta hopefully just keep the projections going upwards and meet at the top. I'm lucky to meet anyone at the top of the game, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see. But all the best to him with Wasserman, and hopefully he's got a good deal there to go and a good team behind him.
Yeah, I like Jose. He's a nice kid. He's talented as well. But that's another big fight for Sol. It's like a Midlands derby. That's another one for Birmingham if it does happen down the line. You know, who knows, for a British title or something.
Absolutely. So brilliant then, I'm going to keep it brief because I know you guys have been training and you need to get off, shower, whatever. But thank you very much for speaking to us on October Red Boxing. Oh, but before you go, can you shout out your sponsors? I'm one of them, obviously.
Of course, October Red. Big sponsor, big plug on their own channel. Of course, you've been supporting me, and hopefully continue to support me, and I'll do what I can to support you back. Hopefully just by growing myself and becoming a better fighter. And of course my other sponsors, MC Bargains, who we all love, Mark Humby, True Malt, LM Metal Works, Fiend Unboxing.
Yeah, the new body bag.
Got new body bag coming in today, new gloves coming in today. Fight gloves, of course. Loot Clothing sponsor me, got me all the kit sorted out. And that's all I can think of right now. I think that's it for now.
I'm sure if you forget, they'll have plenty to say in the comments.
That's it, yeah.
But thank you very much for your time, gentlemen, and no doubt I'll speak to you again soon.
Nice, I appreciate it.
That's 20 seconds, let's go with this. She put them together now. It's good.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.